Welcome, Elay Cohen, CEO of Saleshood. My name is Gerhard Schwantner. I'm the founder and publisher of Selling Power Magazine. And the reason we are going live to you is to share the excitement. Elay is going to give a keynote at Sales 3.0 about how AI is going to change the future of sales enablement. Uh, can you tell us about it?
Well, absolutely. And thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Hello, everyone. We're really excited about how generative AI, chat GPT is going to transform kind of go to market teams. Like, really, I'm going to up level it a little bit, go to market teams. And before I jump into that, I think it's important to just understand the context, if that's okay, Gerhard, just kind of
Sure.
some of the problems that we're trying to solve with it. And because we've been thinking a lot about kind of the problem of sales enablement and the impact it's supposed to have. And when ChatGPT showed up and generative AI, it was like, oh my God, here's a solution to probably the biggest problem go-to-market teams face. And here it is. Let me map it out. We have, and the sales enablement industry has done a great job getting us to a certain point, but we're really at a point now where we need generative AI, chat GPT to scale effectiveness, to scale efficiency. So here's the problem. Most companies today have, wow, I'd say hundreds and hundreds of courses,
Yep.
For their team. They have thousands and thousands and thousands of assets and files, and you see where I'm going, right? And they have millions and millions of minutes of kind of conversation intelligence, and then they've got all this CRM data, billions of dollars of win-loss data, right? So you've got this huge collection of data. Now, if I'm a salesperson and I'm about to meet Gerhard and we're about to jump on a call, right? Like, how do I know what to use? And if I'm a marketer,
Right.
how do I know how to tag things, so that way I know exactly, and so what generative AI and ChatGPT does is it instantly, like milliseconds, analyzes all that information, and then provides just in time, prescriptive, winning information. Like it provides exactly what that
Right.
salesperson needs in real time,
Let
and
me
it does it. And that's one example.
let me give you an analogy. I was just thinking of the old way of doing it is like a diver going 50 feet diving for a pearl, whereas with ChatGPT you go into a jewelry store and get the pearls,
And it's right there, right?
right?
So it's a great analogy. I think it's how are you going to find that pearl when you're going scuba diving? It's impossible.
Right.
And so why are we so excited? And why did we decide to speak about this at your Sales 3.0 conference? Saleshood, we're a purpose-built sales enablement solution. We're all about helping companies replicate their top performers at scale. And we're doing it by achieving sales productivity breakthroughs in readiness, effectiveness, and execution. Right? And we've been doing that from day
Yeah.
one. Now we can do it like super fast in a millisecond with the exact precise information. And by the way, now we're taking ChatGPT and generative AI, and we have applications for the various people that are, motivated,
Right.
that are stakeholders in the go-to-market. So, for example, if I'm a marketer or a publisher, Gerhard, let's just kind of, and I need to create content,
Yeah.
or I need to create training, right? We have an AI publisher now. It's actually live, right? So
Amazing.
everything we're talking about, by the way, like this is why I'm so excited. My team and I have been working on this for a while, and because we are a purpose-built solution, we could add this chat
Right.
GPT layer to the technology.
Right.
But let's take a step back and focus in on kind of the ideas here, right? So as a marketer, as a publisher, remember we talked about, Gerhard, we talked about the thousands of assets and
Yeah.
the hundreds of
Yeah.
courses. Like, I can now take all that information and I can write briefs in a second
Yes.
based on my CRM data, based on historical calls that have happened with my customers,
Right.
based on all the, and so marketers can now become a lot more efficient.
Right.
Subject matters. Like, how's that use case, Gerhard? Like, it's pretty interesting, right?
It is fascinating.
Number one.
When I listen to you, I always remind myself that you have the original growth DNA captured from Salesforce.com as you help the organization move from 300 million to $1 billion. And I think ChatGPT is now like the growth DNA implant that we can all use to accelerate performance.
I was just looking at my phone for a second. I got a text this morning from a former Salesforce colleague, so I'll share with you the text in a moment. But I appreciate those kind words, and yes, there's we are unique, and my experience is unique in that we took Salesforce from 300 to 3 billion, and we were able to scale it, but we scaled it with people.
Yep.
Right. And I had 120 people on my team, and we had the good fortune of having a CEO that was all bought in. Right. Yeah. And in marketing, we had alignment like never before. Most companies today don't have that kind of alignment. They don't have those kind of forward-thinking CEOs and CMOs and CROs that they just get it. And literally, I got a text this morning. I was on a 1-hour call this AM on sales enablement, and I realized how much I learned from you, how to simplify for AEs, the ability to digest. And they said shit, but it's a friend, so it's fine, right? You know what I mean? I can swear for a second. Sorry. And I say that because as a publisher, as a marketing leader, as an enabler, as an ops leader, the way that I'm going to be able to use ChatGPT and generative AI to reinvent sales enablement to go to market faster is I'm going to dramatically streamline, dramatically improve, make myself more efficient in writing these briefs for my reps, in creating training, in creating playbooks, in creating plays, because I don't have to, like you said, I don't have to go diving for the pearl anymore. It's just going to surface up to the top instantly. I love it. So that's the first core use case, Gerhard, on the readiness side. Are you ready for another one?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't share everything because we want people to come to Vegas.
Oh, you got to come to Vegas. You got to come to the conference. I love it. One of the things you did, which was great, I think a couple of days ago, and inviting people to not only come and hear the keynotes, but to make real human connections. Yes. So listen, if anyone's coming and you're listening and you haven't bought a ticket, you got to get one. You got to come out, and please ping me on LinkedIn. I'd love to meet you. And I've already had people pinging me, Gerhard. So thank you for the intros and the connections that you always do in the industry. You're a great leader and a great contributor to all of our success.
I want to share.
So I won't give away. Go ahead.
I want to share a quick QR code that is right up there. And so you can scan that, and this QR code is actually for a free virtual ticket. But if you want to get a discounted ticket to Vegas, just ping me, and I'll make it happen. So continue number 2.
Okay, so number 2, just a quick. So listen, we're reinventing sales enablement. We're helping organizations, use innovative ways to improve effectiveness and efficiency with ChatGPT and AI. And I'm going to walk through these examples when I'm with everyone in Vegas. You'll actually see what a modern publishing system looks like. So I'll actually have some examples. It's incredible. The second one is all around effectiveness.
Hold on a second. I think there's something else that when you talk about the publishing model, because the way I understand publishing is like one-to-many, but your model is different and more advanced because it's a one-to-one.
Listen, you're dead on, right? So as an enabler, as a marketer, as an ops leader, as a subject matter expert, when I got to create my playbooks, or a product manager, when I want to create my training, you are correct. You're writing it, and you're creating it, and you're scripting it, and you're recording it, and then historically it's been a one-to-many. But now with ChatGPT, guess what? We're actually reading transcripts, and so hey, maybe there is like a minute into a video that is relevant to a specific scenario right now. And so the product managers and the product marketing folks don't have to figure that out anymore. They can just share their content, and then the ChatGPT layer inside of Salesforce will automatically parse out the information and serve it up on a silver platter. But
no extra charge.
No. I'll let my sales team talk about
Right.
that one. I love it. Yeah, no, listen, you can clearly tell Gerhard how excited we are.
Well, I can see it on your face, but also you and I have had many conversation about the iterations of technology that's available, and it really will make everything else obsolete in a hurry. So I urge you, come to Vegas, get a vision of the future. We have 27 speakers and experts and people from McKinsey and companies, practitioners from companies, CROs, and you cannot help but walk away with 20, 30 pages of notes that you can use, so you can implement those ideas and action steps in your organization to accelerate sales. But I'm really, you were probably the only one in the speaker lineup that talks about ChatGPT uh, at that depth that you have studied it, and you've already a workable solution that can help everybody win and accelerate. And what I love about this whole thing is that the duality between technology and humanity. Um, Technology is an expression of human creativity, and it's generative. But there is a side effect with technology, like in medicine. There's always a side effect, and the side effect is to templatize experiences, and that's what you come to prevent,
Mm,
because we are not in a templatized world anymore. We are in a bespoke world, and we are in the customization world where it's one to one. It's you and me,
yeah.
and it's personalized and it's rehumanized.
I'm just trying to think how I respond because the word human sticks with me. Um, and it's a good segue into the second pillar. I'm not going to give it all away, Garrett, I
I
promise.
know,
The AI coach,
right?
the AI coach, right? And so, we're never going to lose, and we should never lose the human aspect, the conversation that would happen between a manager and their team member on feedback pre-post call, on feedback when they're doing a practice session on whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
You never want to lose that. However, what ChatGPT, generative AI does for coaching is interesting. It lets a sales or success person, you know, do a practice run of something, and then it'll instantly look at all the pitches, all the presentations, and it'll give, very specific feedback. And that way, as a seller or as a customer success person, I can do a dry run, get feedback like someone's giving it to me. And then guess what? A manager that's working closely with that salesperson can come in on top and say, hey, listen, it's interesting. Your pitch was good. Look at the feedback you got. I like it. Here's something that I think is unique to you and unique to what's happening in the market. That, you know what? That's the human aspect. And so all we're doing is making the connections between humans better. We're making the interactions more meaningful. And we're trying to, short circuit the amount of time it takes someone to get the information they need so they can be better. Super simple. And there's a third pillar, Gerhard, AI sales assistant, but I'll save that one for later. And I'd love to, I don't know, you have any questions or any thoughts or feedback so far?
No, I want to remind people that here's the QR code. You can get your free virtual ticket. And what I would do is I would mark my calendars, because Elay is going to talk on from 4:45 p.m. Pacific time on Friday. And you can watch us from the comfort of your cubicle or your home. But
Is it Friday or Thursday? Are you sure it's Friday?
it's Thursday. Thursday.
Thursday.
Sorry, correction.
Thursday. No. Hey, listen, it's
Right,
all good.
right.
We're
But
moving
also, I
fast.
want to mention with the audience that you are also going to be the MC for the CRO of the Year award. And we have some heavy hitter CROs that have already applied, that will come to Vegas and shake hands with Elay and receive that prestigious award. So we have 30 seconds left, Elay. I want to give you the last word. because you have been so prolific and so generative with generative AI that you, of all the sales enablement companies that I'm speaking to, I'm the most impressed with you because you have worked your heart out. You've worked very, very hard for a long time and got this on the market so quickly.
Wow. So well, thank you for that. Just listen, I'm humbled that you have asked me to be the MC for the CRO Awards. I look forward to seeing all of the applications, and they're all amazing. And so looking forward to seeing kind of who wins and celebrating with them. And we're really excited about how companies are going to accelerate their effectiveness, accelerate their efficiencies, really achieve amazing results with the combination of generative AI, ChatGPT with their sales enablement solutions. And we're confident, given that we are a purpose-built sales enablement solution from day one, that our solution is going to add immediate lifts in productivity for organizations. And I welcome everyone. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to make a distinction about the word acceleration. It's not about working more. It's actually about achieving more with less effort. And and you can get things done much faster. Somebody wrote about the 4-hour work week, that may be utopia. But I can use ChatGPT. Like yesterday, Mike Kunkel posted something about the cave time where we were selling in the cave age. And I used ChatGPT, and I grabbed his copy, which was really funny. And I said to ChatGPT, can you translate that in a song? And it produced a song in 4 seconds, and I reposted it.
Yeah, milliseconds. Boom, like that.
And I said, Mike, do you remember that campfire song that we had when we lived in caves? And I posted it, and he replied back, "This is the funniest thing I've seen all quarter." So it's not only helping you to become more productive, but it's a lot more fun now.
Listen, we'll get to decisions faster.
Yes.
And we'll get to creating content, sharing content to help our buyers make decisions faster. We're really excited. Can't wait to see everyone. If you're listening to this, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, Elay, ELAY at saleshood.com. Please join, and join virtually and join us in person. Gerhard and his team have a world-class organization with a world-class conference. We're excited to be a part of it. And thanks for having me here today, Gerhard.
And the room rates in Vegas are really amazing. They're only open for another week. Normally, the hotel charges like $500 a night. And even on Travelocity, they sell it for $374. And our room rate is only $145. So you cannot afford.
There's a reason right there to come. Come on.
You can't
the best room rates in Las Vegas. Here you go, Gerhard.
Thank you, Elay. That was terrific. Appreciate it.
It was fabulous. Thanks, everyone. See you later.